truly a privilege and honour to be here today, and really, I'd like to thank Michelin for inviting me to come and talk to you all today. I'm not a very great public speaker, so just please bear with me as I sort of muddle my way through this. So we all know that today, we're talking about International Women's Day, International Women's Week, which is really about breaking the bias. And I'm here before you today to tell you my story about how I've been breaking the bias through what I feel like is my whole life. So as a woman of ethnic background, I feel that I've been breaking the bias all my life. I live with a dual or sometimes triple cultural identity, for those who know me really well, which is that of being firstly Australian, secondly Chinese, and the other being African. So throughout my life, like many of the women that you've heard before me there, I've broken down typical stereotypes associated with women of my background. I've been told many different things over the course of my life, which include, you'd never make it. We as Asian women, we should be seen but not heard. We should remain silent, we should remain dutiful, we should remain quiet, and not rock the status quo. So every time I got told that, I was like, no, this is not me. This is not how I operate. Right now, I feel very privileged to be in the position where I am today. As Mom just introduced, I am currently the project coordinator for Burlington Van Bars, and also moving into a manager role in which the focus of women's safety will be at the forefront of my agenda, and making sure that it is continuously on the agenda, especially for women of colour and women of ethnic background in all mainstream services there and the political arena. I have managed to get communities to come together that don't normally associate with each other, because I feel that family violence and gender equality, it has no culture, it has no religion, it has no ethnic specific background. It is an issue that impacts all of us. I've constantly broken down the taboos of not talking about gender equality or family violence, and also about that we should continue to remain silent. So as Sylvia and Teresa pointed out before me, that a lot of the times in our communities there, we are encouraged not to speak up there. And when we do, we're told, it's not your business, it's not your place, let them sort it out there. You're instigating, you're just bringing about other problems that you don't need there. People are going to call you a homewrecker. What would other people say about you in your community? So obviously for a lot of us, and a lot of you women here today, and also men, would resonate with a lot of what we've been saying. And clearly it hasn't been an easy journey. For me, nonetheless, I persisted. And I'm really glad that I did, because initially I didn't do really well in high school, and I almost failed my year 12, contrary to what people think, because I'm here before you standing up saying that, guess what, I'm a manager. So, I persisted. After almost failing year 12, I went to TAFE and I studied accounting. I don't know why I decided to do that, but somebody told me that, I think you should do that, because that's what people like you always do, being Asian, you should be good at maths, and you should become a doctor or a lawyer or a dentist. Any kind of profession that makes money. So I was like, okay, yeah, all right, I'll give it a try, because what have I got to lose? But I hated it. I failed miserably, and I felt really bad about myself. I thought, oh my God, I'm such a loser. I can't even do this. I can't even do simple math equations there. But you know what, I thought to myself, why am I gonna let this pull me down? So then I changed and I started doing office administration, because I thought, well, actually, I'm kind of good with computers, and I like talking to people. So, after I completed that and I was fairly successful, I worked as a personal assistant in state government for a few years. But again, I had that yearning to do so much more, and I thought, I feel like I can be better than this there. but then people kept sort of rejecting me and telling me that, yeah, you're good, but you're not that good. You don't quite have enough experience. So again, I persisted. And after many rejections there, I managed to enroll in a degree at university there. So not only with the final rejections did I manage to, after all that, complete my bachelor's degree, but I also later on was able to complete my master's degree in international relations. It was definitely a really proud moment for me from someone that struggled academically and struggled with the hidden identities of being from the Asian culture, in which there's a really strong emphasis on academic performance. I think many of you would relate to that there. I had the whole tiger parent, which was like, oh, so-and-so is doing this, so-and-so is a doctor. Why aren't you doing anything like that? And so now when they tell me this, I'm just like, well, actually, I'm doing something more important. I'm championing the gender equality of all women here in the United States. So, after I finished my master's, and so began my journey in really pursuing social justice there, but not just pursuing social justice, but really putting the rights of women and all women on the agenda. Many in my time have told me, don't talk about these issues there, let alone pursue a career. A lot of my relatives sort of go, oh, and what do you do again? You work with those brown people, yeah? And I'm just like, yeah. I wouldn't say brown people because I think that's being really stereotypical and politically incorrect there. And I said, how would you feel if someone called you those yellow people? And they're like, but that's different. So, they also told me, that I'd never succeed, and then having the not typical stereotypical academic outcome for them, I was sort of seen as the failure in my family there, or now the black sheep. But how I proved these people wrong. So, I decided that, this, again, challenging the status quo in which, I'm here before you today and, I had the opportunity to travel to Kenya, in which many people told me, you're kidding me. You're going there, not just a single woman there, but a single Asian woman there. Are you nuts? But then that's a story for another day. For me today, what I really want to be able to share with you is that whatever your passion is, just go for it. Mine was ensuring a just and safe world where women are free from violence. One is that I will continue to call it out, where in all aspects, women are being disrespected there. I will continue to seek out like-minded individuals, just like these women here before me today, to be able to come together and speak out about how we can work together and support each other in an environment where we're not just surviving, we're thriving. Every little step counts, which is why we're all here today, and only together we can really break the bias. It's been a real whirlwind of excitement over the last couple of months there. Last year, I had a crazy idea. I was looking at the 16 days of actives and I thought, this is a great opportunity for me to really do something there, but I can't do it by myself. So I scratched my head for a while and I thought, well, there's a grant. Let's see if other people are interested there. So I emailed Sylvia and I emailed Teresa and another woman who's not unfortunately with us today. And I didn't know how they'd react. And I said, well, I've got this crazy idea. How about we all do something together? To my surprise, they all said, yes, why not? So I thought, oh crap, now I actually have to plan something. And so began, our project together, which was Together We Can, Together We Rise. I was crazy enough to look at, let's do a film together and let's have 3 workshops in 16 days. And I was like, yeah, maybe I was a little overambitious there. Not to mention that I also said, let's all have t-shirts there and I'll make them, and this is all in a budget there. But it was such a great event there. And, the key message that came out from this is that, together we really can, and together we can really break the bias. So, I'd like to leave us on a high note today and show a quick video that features myself, Teresa, and Michelin talking about how together we are breaking the bias. Thank you, everybody.